Pause me.
Yep.
Jump in whenever you want. The first thing I always went back to was my position coach, Glenn Hubbard, back with the Atlanta Braves. And he said, D-Row, you're going to be moving all over the place. You're not going to have ample time to practice everything like you did shortstop. That's all you played as a kid. So when in doubt, be an athlete. So there were certain situations where I didn't care about any fundamentals. I was just trying to get the guy out at first or the guy out at second. So let's start at first base, because I thought you did an amazing job here. This is one of Bill's blackboards. That for me, you were speaking directly right at me, Bill, because if I learned one thing at first base, and we can pause it right here, you think you could just go over to first base as a shortstop left side of the infield, play a day game in Wrigley Field, Kerry Wood on the mound in the bottom of the ninth, and he turns and picks to first base, and you're getting 9 gajillion miles an hour down your throat. You don't know how to apply the tag. But the one thing I took is the ability to manipulate the bag with my right foot and to go out and get the ball and play a shortstop. And that was something that Derek Lee really helped me with.
Well, D. Lee, number one, had good feet at first base.
He really did.
And he's a big target, which is nice. But the idea behind all
I thought this
was make those throws
easy,
look like they're routine.
Yeah.
Because not every time. And the whole point of that would be if I'm looking at that and I go here first and I try to reach, I have no coverage. No coverage. You can see my hand on the mat back there. But if I go like this, I cover that mat edge extremely easy. So if you have good feet as a first baseman, you have the power, and that's why I say just don't put anybody at first base. A first baseman has the power to make the second baseman, the shortstop, and the third baseman better. And if you just put a guy over there and say, oh, you can do it, not going to work.
No, you can't do it.
Not going to work.
Work the bag. Work the bag. I love when guys take this step back. All right, now we're going.
Welcome to Studio 42 on first base with Albert Pujols, the Gold Glove first baseman. Albert, what's going on, man?
Not much, man.
You know what I hate? I would have hated playing against you being at first base because you take away the stupid hole. This is for the hitter right here. Look how far we are from the base.
No, it isn't. That's, you know, you need to do whatever it takes to make some play, you know, and help that second baseman out too.
So give me some keys out here for you. What first you're doing, what your thought process is, left-handed hitter, right-handed hitter. You take over. Tell me what you're doing.
Obviously, you know, we got a scouting report. You know, our bench coach tells us, you know, hey, 2 or 3 steps to the middle, 2 step to the line. And, you know, I know the hitter, obviously playing so long in the league, like I know what the hitter's trying to do out there too. So for a power hitter, you know, we try to take 2 or 3 steps to the middle. So that way we cover.
Can you back up just a little bit, Steve? Because look how far most first basemen play over here. Why are you so far away?
Well, I mean, what's there a chance of a power hitter, right-hander, that's going to hit the ball down the middle? You know, probably at a 100 swing, maybe 2 balls down the middle, maybe that he's going to hit it down that line. So you need to take this middle of the between me and the second baseman away from him, so that way he don't shoot that hole. And now the second baseman is able to cover more towards the middle, because there's a pretty good chance that he's going to hit that ball towards the middle. So I do that. I like to be somewhere around here, you know, and take that hole away from the hitter. But as I'm moving more towards the middle, I also have to play in because I need to get to the bag.
Right.
Because if I play back, there's no way that I'm going to be able to get to that bag if they hit a ground ball to shortstop. So if I move through 2 or 3 steps that way, there's the middle of the field, then I had to move in 2 or 3 steps.
To cut down
that
your
way
distance.
I can cut down the distance towards the bag and I'd be there on time, which that's what happened when I got hurt with that ball at Betterman Hill. That's the guy that we play off to the middle of the play, and I was playing in a little bit, and I was a little bit late, but, you know, that's what happened in that play. Same thing with the left-hander. You have a left-hander with power, you know, then, you know, you don't cover that line as much. You play a little bit deep, you know, and you just... You know, I'm able to learn.
Do you ever worry about not getting there? How do you know how many steps away you are?
Never. I usually know right away that, you know, like right when I'm about here, I know how many steps. I don't even have to look at the ball. Let's say a ball is hit to a shortstop. All I have to pick the ball is twice. One when I take off, and the other one about right here. And then right away, I don't need to see the bag anymore. So I only pick maybe sometime one time. I pick where the ball is, and then that's it. And I know where the bag is. Obviously, you know, playing this position for 7 years now, you know that. So, I mean, I don't know if a lot of the first basemen do the same thing. But I pick that bat. Let's say there's a ground ball to shortstop. It's hit. I break it. I look the bat once, and that's it. I don't need to look at it anymore, and I'm ready.
Having played third base, how important is it for you to understand, hey, I want to get there and get set up? Because the frustration for that middle infielder or the third baseman would be throwing to a guy on the run. Mm-hmm. So you understand how important it is for you to get there and give him a steady target.
Well, definitely. And then one of those things that we talk about, I talk with our infield. You know, Rollins was a guy that I knew that he doesn't like to take a couple of steps. He catches that ball, he likes to fire right away. So I didn't play as deep with Rollins, but our infield knows that just hit me in the back of the head, you know.
If you're not there,
if I'm not there, hit me in the back of the head. And that's what our third base coach, our infield coach, Jose Oquendo, tell him. Hit it in the back of the head. And I'm going to be there all the time, you know.
Okay, so we got that down. The ball's hit. You get to the base. How's the footwork work? If I'm throwing a ball from, you said, say shortstop.
Yeah.
You don't have a preconceived stretch, do you, already?
No. You can, because you have to see where the ball is throwing first. Because if you stretch too soon from shortstop and that ball moves that way, then you already lack. You can't move anymore, you know. Mm-hmm. So what I love to do is, if the ball's hit to a shortstop, I'm in the right position to move anywhere. And this position, move this way. If the ball moves this way, move this way. Or even sometimes if the throw is high, then boom, and get out of the way, you know. So I always have to be in the right position. I like to get low. I don't like to get too high, so that way I have to come down. I like to get low right away because it's easy for me to come up than from here to go down.
Now talk about from down to up, okay, on fielding a short hop. What's your work there? And I know we're going to do a little quick drill.
On the short hop, Oquendo always tell me since I moved to first base, my thinking is catch the ball in the air all the time. All the time, no matter where it is. Catch the ball in the air all the time. So, I mean, if the ball's hit and it's going to bounce right, 4 or 5 feet in front of me, even though maybe I won't be able to catch it, you know, in the air, but my goal is to try to stay through the ball. And this is the momentum that I got going that way. I don't want to stay back this way because obviously the runner can hit you. And I'm ready pretty much to catch every throw that they make.
All right, let's do a little drill that is known in baseball. You like to have it hit from the second base area. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to hit some fungos to Albert with a bat, and he's going to pick them. I could throw it like this, but hitting it makes it a little bit tougher.
Yeah. This is a drill, too, that I do once a week with Oquendo, you know, just to get me ready for those throws. So I do it once a week. Sometimes I start it where I get in the base. Sometimes he's in second base, and I'm over here, and I look at you one, and he hits it when I'm running, you know?
Oh, pick
and then he hits it when I'm running.
Too.
So
wow.
I look at you one, boom, and he hits it when I'm running. So that way, I'm ready, like it's, you know, in the game, because it's going to happen in the game, Ash.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So if you want to start it, we can do it with me in the bag, and you hit it. Come on, you need to do better than that.
All right, I'll do better than that. Here it is. Oh, look at me make you work. That was a play that you might have got hurt on right there. All right, let me give you a good one here.
There you go. Another thing that's really important, Harold, that when you stretch to come and get that ball, you see how that right foot, a lot of first basemen love to keep that right foot. You need to keep that front foot away from you, so that way you'll be able to make this kind of move or make this one. If I'm here, I can't stretch anymore. You know, you see how where I can get, let's put that ball here. See, I can't get to the ball, but if I'm in this position, I'm able to grab that ball.
That's why you're a Gold Glover.
Well, thanks.
He's Albert Pujols, and we're in Studio 42, my friend.